Warning: Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, sir, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No,
they do fit into it.
The problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
What?
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparation. And with that being said, family, welcome back to another broadcast. It's going to be a barn burner. It's got to be a barn burner, family, because some things have been happening. One of those things you already know. You see it in the title. You already know Miss Carolyn Wanger, excuse me. I don't know why I keep calling her Wagner, but Wanger was fired on her day off. And it's a firing. It's a firing. Even though they're trying to make it seem like, she's just not going to come back. She decided to stay gone after taking a leap of absence. No. People don't just quit or decide to not go back to work for no reason. And we all know what the reason was. The whole Essence Fest just didn't sit right with a lot of people. It didn't sit right. We didn't like a lot of the situations. We voiced it. And a lot of people gave us kickback, gave us a lot of pushback. A lot of people disrespected foundational Black Americans. A lot of people decided to say, hey, if Africans bought it, then let Africans do what Africans do. And we said, oh, bet that. No worries. Just don't depend on us in order to get your money. And, I don't know why anybody would think it would go differently. Because Essence, at its core, is still owned by a bunch of white folk. A bunch of Nabiscos still own Essence. Yeah, you got the Liberian dude. I'm spacing on his name, but it's neither here nor there. These people are just front runners. They're small ownerships in order for the Nabisco to say, hey, it's still Black owned. Why would people think that if we have a problem with something that you can disrespect us and we was going to just, still spend our money or give our attention to it? So I don't know how people thought this was going to go. And I said that I was boycotting the tethers. And speaking on, of course, I spoke about them in passing, but I ain't did broadcasts on these tethers in a minute. Because like I said, August 1st, I was done. I was boycotting them unless something of importance came up, something that needed to be spoken about. And, it did. Several things actually piled up on my desk as soon as I decided to do this broadcast. And, we're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about it all. But first, let's remind everybody about this Carolyn chick. Let's go here.
I had the opportunity to join a group of people that went to Ghana for the Full Circle Festival. I had talked with my dad about being excited about going because I knew my Kenyan heritage. I'd known it from the beginning. My dad told me all those stories, right? It was undisrupted by the slave trade on the eastern coast. I was excited to go to Ghana because the remnants on the coast there of the transatlantic slave trade were something I didn't see in Kenya. And I was excited to see that. So I was talking to him about that, and he paused and he said, well, there was another slave trade that happened on the eastern coast of Africa that doesn't have a lot of history behind it because it took slaves to Asia, but they weren't allowed to procreate. And so it didn't last as long. He said, so our heritage did interact with slavery in Kenya. And I was like, well, Dad, you said it wasn't disrupted. And he says, well, the Wangas did what they had to do to survive, which meant participate in the enslavement of other Kenyans.
Wow.
All right. Now, before we jump into what Essence had to say about this woman and their releasing of her on her day off. On her day off, like I said, you don't just leave a situation if it's successful. You don't just quit if you had a successful event. Nah, not everybody was pointing the finger, and rightfully so. But before we get into Miss Wanga, let's give a salute to the chat room, family. Much love, B1 salute and shalom to our family, Reparations Nation, Andrea Jones, Aquarius Minded, Black RU, Hurricane Nisi in the building, Kuwa, thank you for being here, Casey Malone, our sister Angelic is in the building, Priscilla Taylor, Mrs. L, Tasting Teas with Tony. Make sure we got everybody here. Aquarius Minded, in case I didn't say, our sister Uncensored Truth. Much love to each and every one of you. Shalom. Thank you for being here. For all, also much love to everybody who's not in the chat, and everybody's going to catch this on the playback. Now, let's get into what Essence had to say about this situation, shall we? So this is what Essence posted on the X page. Now tell me if this sounds like a quiet firing. Salute, Honey. Oh, thank you for being here, family. With hearts full of appreciation, we share that President and CEO Carolyn Wanga will not be returning to her role as she embraces her next chapter, one guided by purpose, conviction, and continued impact. Arriving at Essence Ventures in 2020, she took the helm during a moment of both challenging and transformation. She helped us grow, innovate, and honor the legacy as a trusted voice for Black women while winding our culture footprints and her fingerprint, Caroline's expertise in culture, equity, and organizational change has fueled progress across the Essence Venture portfolio, says Richie Lou Dennis. That's his name, Richie Lou. Founder and chairman of Sundial Technology and Media Group, parent company of Essence Venture. She has left an incredible mark on Essence and beyond. We will celebrate the many ways she has amplified our mission and impact. In her own words, Caroline reflected the opportunity to serve Black women as CEO of home, culture, and community will forever, represent pride To do my best to serve will forever represent courage. And fulfilling my next purpose calling will forever represent conviction. With arms wrapped and gratitude spoken, we thank you. Family, that sounds like somebody who got the phone call on their day off. That sounds like somebody who got cragged on her day off, fired for stealing boxes. How'd you get fired for stealing boxes? They ain't catch me on no camera stealing boxes. They said I did. Fired me on the spot. This is what this is giving, to be 100 with you. Salute V4 Vengeance. Thank you for being here as well. Our sister Cooking with Miss D in the building. Much love to you. As well as Sherelle Thompson. Thank you for being here. Much love to you. Yeah, family, this very much gives fired on the day off. And nobody's really tripping off of it, family. Like, nobody's running around here like really surprised at all either. You know, from what I've been seeing, it's been the same old. Our folks doing how they do. You know how they get down. You know what I'm saying? Giving a little bit of roasting. That's what I've been seeing a lot of. Let me go here real quick, family. Before I do, much love to HVACR. Thank you for being here, family, as well as Breeze Omega. Much love to you. Certified salute to you. Thank you for being here. Let's go here, family.
Peace to the tribe. So we got some breaking news. Caroline Wenger steps down as CEO of Essence Ventures after health leave. So Caroline thought she was finna jolt off her way into our ethnic group. You cannot merge your culture into the Black American culture or our ethnic group. Delineation is here, and we ain't going for none of that. Black Americans, we have our own unique, rich culture. We are our own specific ethnic group. You cannot force us to merge cultures. It will never work. So, Caroline, I wish you well, but you got to go.
So the CEO, the former CEO and president of Essence Festival, has stepped down from her position because of health purposes or health reasons or whatever. And they're trying to absolve her of the responsibility of the Essence Festival flopping. And I don't really think that that's how that works. If you want to be the president and CEO, or you accept the responsibility of being the president and CEO, you take that responsibility as well. And basically for the festival flopping, like, because you didn't have that same energy when you were talking about how the originals are here or whatever weird comment that she said that made everybody upset. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say things like that and assume position and responsibility, then you do just that. And that includes the Essence Festival flopping, right? You don't get to pick and choose when to accept responsibility. You can't accept responsibility when things are going good and everybody's making money and the rainbows and unicorns and all that other stuff, and then not take responsibility for when things go bad. That, you know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think? Was it because of like health reasons? Is it a little bit more than that? Is it a little bit of mixture of both? Or what do y'all think? Because I think it's something deeper. You feel me?
Oh no, family. It is definitely 100% deeper. It is the fact that you can't sit here and disrespect our language, our culture, our history, our food, and think that we're going to sit well with that. In case you folks haven't noticed, that FBA energy is strong. About as strong as this woman's face. Let me just say that. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. My apologies. But it is. And a lot of folks are just having to have to come around with that. They're having to 100% come around with the fact that, hey, disrespecting FBAs, that's not going to get you anywhere in your career. That's going to really put a halt to your whole career. Look at Tyler. Look at Fat Joe. Look at Vlad. The situation he started talking stuff and got on his head tough, pause, and all of a sudden he was running back to Tariq. Like, hey, Tariq, I have to apologize. I said some messed up stuff. Because in this generation, we're actually moving with the ancestors in the energy, and the ancestors is literally giving that ABK left and right. We ain't even got to put our hands up. The Dukes ain't got to go up, nothing. Yes, Busta Rhymes as well. Busta Slimes. Salute to our sister Patricia Green. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. But all of this is because we moving in that ancestral spirit. We're moving using that energy that, hey, ain't nobody gonna be disrespecting us. That's what it's about. Them white folks, them Nabiscos that actually really own Essence in the background, they understand that because they saw, look at what happened to Target. I might not have participated in it, but apparently Target felt something because they came out apologizing and everything else too. All of these folks are realizing that the black dollar, the FBA buck, oh, that's not to be trifled with. That's what's really happening. So, of course, they were going to release Caroline. They might just have Richie Lou step down. And I know he's not at Essence, but, he runs his company as well. And that's, he's the CEO and chairman of his company over there. They might have Richie Lou step down as well. Because here's the thing. As long as you have somebody's face on anything that's supposed to be FBA, it's going to fail. They don't have the cultural connection to it. They don't have the cultural pride. They don't have respect. Damn, just the cultural respect. They don't have the respect. Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. So since this woman getting fired on her day off has pulled me back in, we have to address a few things when it comes to the tethers. But before we do, to Carolyn and everybody like her and everybody who wanted to, stick up for her, and everybody who wanted to say, well, the Africans bought Essence, so they should be able to do what they want with Essence. To you, I'm going to play this.
Don't you fret it, gonna serve it up nice and sweaty.
Oh yeah, y'all deserve every bit of it. Every bit of the pettiness. You deserve it. You deserve it. Salute to our family. Sybil, thank you for being here, as well as Faith Speaks Life. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here, as well as our brother Antithesis. Thank you for being here, family. Oh yeah, Lady Demigod as well. Thank you for being here, family. Yes, our power is on a move. That ancestral essence is on a move. No pun intended, but pun intended. It's all on the move. That FBA groove is on the move. And you know, it's so on the move. I saw something else that really made me smile. It made me mad first, but then it made me smile after I did my digging into it, family, after I really got into it. Salute to our family, Retro Gemini. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our sister FBA Queen is also in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. So we got to talk about this. Let's put Caroline to the side because we know how she got her walking papers. Those ancestors came together and said, oh yeah, y'all thought y'all was going to be disrespectful to not just us, but our lineage. Oh yeah, you're out of here. But on another side, we got another situation happening to one of our sisters who's still here, who's still alive. I don't know if y'all heard the rumors. I don't know if y'all really saw what's been going on in the TikTok streets and in the goddamn X streets and in the Instagram streets. But apparently, one of the women we can't stand for nothing as foundational FBAs, as foundational Black Americans, as the soil on this land. We saw the person we don't like, probably I don't want to say the most because there's a lot of them, but one of the people we don't like the most, let me just show you. Somebody on Facebook decided to do something very, very triggering to FBA. Salute to our sister Donna C. Thank you for being here. Also, salute to our brother Christopher Ellis. Thank you for being here and thank you for your cash app. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Also, our brother Antithesis, thank you for your super chat, family. Out here supporting. Blessings to you, my family. Thank you for that. And I appreciate your contribution as always. Family, somebody on Facebook really wanted to trigger FBAs, and they did a good job. I ain't gonna lie. Family, if you ain't see it, this hit the web earlier this week. Cynthia Erivo will play Shaka Khan. Not my Shaka. Not my Shaka, but Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan, let me rock you. Not my Shaka, not my I'm every woman Shaka. And family, when I say the Black grassroots lit the hell up. Oh, family, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of the family. Let's go here first, family. I told you it's going to be triggering.
Folks are not too happy.
It's triggering. I know. and then look, the sentiments is shared upon the whole constituent. Look at hell no.
Not too happy that they are going to feature.
Exactly. Hell no. Oh my Lord, no. Hell to the nay, no. Oh hell no. Cynthia who? You heard it last night? Yeah. FFF no. Exactly. Hey, yes. So the consensus is real. We already understand that, yeah, this not our Shaka. We not allowing this at all. And that's why I'm proud of the family. The FBA family came out and showed up and showed out as soon as this information hit the web. Salute, C. Terry. Thank you for being here, my sister.
Some British Nigerian actor as Shaka Khan. All right. But I wanted to pull up, a lot of black folks are not too happy that they are going to feature some British Nigerian actor as Shaka Khan. All right. But I wanted to pull up and kind of like speak about it because these are some of the reasons why we tell you all, if you're a black person that matter, okay, you're not playing the game like this. You don't sit around co-signing, okay, these various different other groups of Africans as black. All right. This is one of the games that you open up the lane for them to play when you do this. Okay. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. It's not popular when we talk about it, okay? But these are the reasons why we talk about it. And I've said this before, man, one of the issues with most black people, man, is you all are very primitive, okay? You'll sit around and entertain the most goofy in the moment. And then when you start seeing the results of you entertaining the goofy, okay, you got a problem with it, all right? This is one of those examples. And look, man, these people, like I said before, they can do whatever they want to do, and they will, all right? But something like this, what's going to determine if it's official or not, is going to come behind black folks and how they are dealing with these various different other groups of people, okay? Because right now y'all upset because y'all feel as if a black woman can surely play that role of Shaka Khan. But when you are calling all of these people black, they can pull up and say, okay, what's the difference though? All right, what's the difference? Okay, this is the reason why, man, having some cultural standards, allegiance, and discipline is important.
Now, family, as you can see at the bottom here, it says the film to be directed by Anna DuVernay. Oh, Anna started catching strays. People started letting her have it too. Not just Cynthia, but everybody. Everybody like, nah, we don't need this, Anna. This is not what we want. Let's go here.
We do not need to support anybody who hates Black Americans, and whoever is behind her hates us too, because they keep pushing her on us. We are done.
Can you tell which thing is not like the other before I finish my song? Now look very carefully, because one of these things just doesn't belong here. Is it the apple? Or the ice cream cone, or the mitten, or the hamburger? Well, if you guessed this thing
is not like the other, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. And family, this brother right here, this next brother makes a great point, because I was questioning when I first heard this as well. Exactly. This is what a lot of people are saying right now. Cancel DuVernay permanently. This is just disrespect on top of disrespect. But before we get there, we're gonna talk about this Hollyweird. Shout out to both my sisters. Both of you gotta give you love. This brother brings up a point, because to me, I start thinking, well, why would they choose Cynthia Erivo when they know the issues that we're having with her? You know, and she wouldn't even make a good Shaka Khan. And when I started kind of thinking who would be a good Shaka Khan, I couldn't come up with anybody to name at the time, right? But then this brother, I came across this video from this brother, and he makes a valid point, and I'm in 100% in agreement with him. Let's go here real quick.
I fucking hate Hollywood, bro. This is why I fucking hate Hollywood, bro. So, Shaka Khan, who would you like to play you in your new biopic? My daughter. Oh, you don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Family, Shaka Khan's daughter 100% could play Shaka Khan in the biopic. 100% she could play Shaka Khan. She looks just like her. And she can see, you know what? I'm gonna let this brother finish, and then I'm gonna show you some Shaka Khan's daughter. Before we do that, much love, the V for Vengeance. Thank you for your super chat. FBA family, spread the word to all the platforms that boycott that movie, boycott that movie, boycott the director, and producers of that movie. Boycott them all. I feel you, family, 100%. We're going to put a pin in that and get back to that. But let's let this brother finish. Like I said, let's get into it.
We have the perfect person to play you. We have a perfect person. Bring her on out, guys. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I'm Cynthia Erivo. Hi, everybody. I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to play Shaka Khan. I think I have the perfect facial structure. I'd love to play this role, isn't it? No, we don't want you playing motherfucking Shaka Khan, you fucking butterbean, handsome Squidward, alien verse predator, head ass motherfucker, bro. We not doing this shit. This is why, bro, I swear to God, I speak for all Chicago when I say, please do not fucking take that motherfucking role. We are so sick of y'all. We sick of Hollywood and they dusty asses losing money all the time because they don't know how to fucking read the fucking room. Y'all niggas is fucking annoying as shit. Stop doing this. At this point, bro, just say that you don't like Black Americans, bro. The reason why you go against Shaka Khan's wishes to fucking cast her daughter as her in her fucking biopic and basically cast that motherfucking, bro. Just don't do it, G.
Family, I'm sorry. I gotta apologize. But that goddamn part right there, hold on. We gotta replay.
You don't mean that. You don't mean that. You don't mean
We gotta replay that one part. Let's go.
that. You don't mean that. We have the perfect person to play you. We have a perfect person. Bring her on out, guys. Beats a Jet 2 holiday. I'm Cynthia Erivo. Hi, everybody. I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to play Shaka Khan. I think I have the perfect facial structure. I'd love to play this role, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I know I ain't shit. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, man. That right there got me in tears. I'm trying to hold it together. But family, let me show you Shaka Khan's daughter real quick. Let me show you how she gets down. This is who should be playing.
I will love you anyway, even if you cannot stay. Think you are the one for me. Here is where you want to be. I just want to satisfy, 'cause you're not mine and I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, I'll go crazy. Whoa, sweet thing. You're my sweet thing. Yeah. First of all, this is my mom, so I'm sure 90% of you could do a really great impression of your mother. Right?
So you've been preparing all your life for this moment.
Well, I mean, honestly, I didn't really get to party with them. But so I didn't really know about that part. But because what I knew about and what the relationship that I saw between my mother and Mickey was a little more wholesome than that. Mickey would come and stay with us. It was wholesome to me. So it did take some reaching. It took a little investigating. I do admit I did watch some of those drug shows so I could get the nod together and everything. I did feel, I felt somewhat, honored. I always do when it comes to my mother. That's a very proud part of me. And, aside from her shortcomings, she's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She's very giving. She's a lovely person. So it was wonderful to do and an honor for me.
Family, that right there, that woman right there, that should be who is doing the role. That should be who is playing her damn mother. Shaka Khan Jr., I saw it many times in the chat. That's exactly who they should be getting to play Shaka Khan. That's just what it is. Now, of course, if she's going to play the younger Shaka Khan, she's going to have to work out a little bit and slim down, because Shaka was a little thin little thing. Fine as hell, thin as hell too. I ain't gonna lie, but I've always had a thing for Shaka. That was one of my most favorite people in the world is Shaka Khan. That's just the facts. You dig me? So that's who I would toss my hat in to be Shaka Khan. And family, the family ain't letting this slide. Y'all don't just go get the woman we really don't rock with in Cynthia Erivo to go and play somebody like Shaka Damn Khan. Not Shaka Damn Khan. Let me all right, let me go here. We're gonna play a few more people who actually gotta get into it. Let's go.
Black Americans, we got some fucking work to do. This is serious business. Check this out. Yes, this is true. I went to school, I typed it up myself. It's confirmed. We got some work to do, y'all, because we can't keep allowing this to happen to our icons. We can't keep allowing foreigners to play our icons. We cannot continue to let foreigners into our politics. We cannot continue to let foreigners ruin every fucking thing our ancestors worked for and built. This is complete disrespect to Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan is still alive. This is complete disrespect. Okay? Ava DuVernay, this is directly to you, oh. And I do hope you get this. I mean,
hey, family, this man, he went right into it. He said, Ava DuVernay, this is directed to you, ho. Like, damn, ain't no chill with this.
Disrespect, okay? Ava DuVernay, this is directed to you, oh. And I do hope you get this. I mean, it's whatever fiber in my fucking bone. You are a fucking op. You are the exact reason that we are delineating from motherfuckers. You are no different than the rest of these motherfuckers that's exploiting our fucking people. You are no longer allowed to be a voice for the Black American community. Oh, let me make that clear. You are no longer allowed to be a representation of the Black American community, the foundational Black American community. Oh, we will boycott the fuck out of this film. I suggest you, Ava, to do a recast immediately. And I mean immediately, because the amount of fucking fire you are about to get, the amount of fire you are about to get from Black Americans, you won't have to recast or shut the movie down altogether. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So Ava, again, as a Black American, a foundational Black American to play this role, or we are boycotting the fuck out of this film, and that is a promise. And honestly, we get sick and tired of y'all so-called foundational Black Americans selling us out and not being on code, Ava. If you are a so-called foundational Black American, this shit right here that you're pulling is some fuck shit, and we're not going for it. We don't want no more Africans, Caribbeans, and other non-Black American people playing our roles. We don't want them representing us in our politics. We don't fucking want them in our business. There are plenty of foundational Black American actors, actresses, filmmakers, photographers, creative directors, stylists, and so on. You feel me? To choose from, to pick from. And I'm just not understanding how you guys keep on casting Africans. Complete Africans. This lady looks nothing like Chaka Khan. Phenotype isn't the same, nothing. Chaka Khan is an indigenous American Indian. Chaka Khan is American Indian. She is native to America. Cynthia is a whole fucking African. Ava, stop fucking playing in our faces. Stop playing. We will boycott the fuck out of this movie. And not only the movie, we will boycott your motherfucking career. This is not no fucking threat. These are promises.
He ain't lying, family. Like, everybody's really highly upset about it. Boycott is the word being tossed around. It's not being tossed around willy-nilly, just to let you know. Salute to Sean Wright. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you as always, family. And also, yeah, he brings up a valid point. Our sister Shaka Khan, she's a Native American, man. That woman, Cynthia Erivo, that I dare I say it, that thing, Cynthia Erivo, that thing don't look nothing like Shaka, don't got the facial structure like Shaka, ain't got none of that. Our sister Shaka is she's one of my fellow Blackfoots. If you see her bone structure, it is beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go here, family.
Why is Cynthia Erivo playing Shaka Khan in an upcoming biopic? Y'all couldn't get no Black American singers or actresses to play our beloved Shaka? You do know Shaka's pretty, right? I'm confusion.
I don't give a fuck. There's no way that she could play the part of the legendary Shaka Khan. Did Shaka Khan co-sign this? She did not co-sign this at all. There's no way. You meant to tell me that only foreign actors and actors can play the part of a role of American role? You know, this is not no discrimination. This is realistic. What happened to all the major celebrities that were Americans that can play this role? Ain't nobody gonna be disrespecting Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan is a legend. She's an icon. She is the gem of all gem, especially when it came to Funkadelic. It came with all kinds of legend of music, of jazz, melody, of all types of ranges, even with gospel. Okay, there's no way that she can play the part of Shaka Khan. How come Tina Turner got it right and picked Angela Bassett to play her part? What is the? We have plenty of American actors and actresses and even actress that can play the part for Shaka Khan. Trust me, I could select a whole bunch of them. Not no Cynthia Erivo. No, hell no. Hell no. This woman, first of all, don't like Americans. We saw her script, what she had put in there. You know, she's a phenomenal singer. But Shaka Khan is a plus size in up there. So how they gonna turn around and get her sisters to go up in the air? Because Shaka Khan got tits. Okay, that's number one. Shaka Khan has hair. And Shaka Khan, the way she acts and the way she talks in her role play, she's versatile. They need to find somebody else. Hell no. No. You're not going to insult Shaka Khan like that. And if Shaka Khan has selected it, I don't really believe that she had a lot of selection. No. No. I'm sorry.
So salute to my brother Jesse Paris. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you, my fellow Blackfoot. Also, salute to Armageddon. Thank you for being here, family. He says, Search, I'm pissed off because of this one. I told you, whoever put this out was trying their hardest to trigger us, family. And they did a fantastic job. They picked the right person to use to trigger us. I am not lying. Let's go here, family.
Cynthia Erivo is playing Shaka Khan. Bitch! This just pissed me the fuck off. First of all, Cynthia Erivo is a British Nigerian. Y'all know how the fucking Black Brits feel about Black Americans. Second of all, she made some nasty tweets in the past, mocking us, talking about how we got a ghetto accent, standing up for another non-Black American person that was making disparaging tweets and comments about us. She downplayed the Black American experience, continuously inserting herself in issues that did not pertain to her. And she's playing Shaka fucking Khan. Shaka Khan is from Chicago. Shaka Khan considered herself an indigenous Black American person. Blackfoot, to be exact. This is so disheartening. I don't understand why they continuously allow people. First of all, she played Harriet Tubman. She need to throw something. Why are they doing this? And this makes me so sad because I love Shaka Khan. Oh my God. Like whenever I'm out singing open mics, y'all know I'm obsessed with karaoke. I'll be singing Sweet Thing. I love Shaka Khan. Like I'm every woman. Why are they like allowing people that are not from our lineage to play our legendary people? Just because we have the same hue of complexion, I just don't understand the infiltration that's going on. And this is not me saying that, you know, other melanin-rich people from throughout the diaspora shouldn't get work, but to play our legendary artists, they don't really have no direct relation to them. I would even prefer Onika Trinidadian beautiful ass to play Shaka Khan.
I have to disagree there. I want Onika. I would like Nicki Minaj to stay far away from our people just as much as Cynthia Erivo. Let me make sure I say that. I would have to disagree with that sister right there. Much love to FBA Red Dog. Thank you for being here, family, as well as E-Town. Thank you for being here. And my brother Wild Williams in the building. Much love to you as well.
A Nigerian British person. These people don't even like us. She don't even like us like that. What the? This is really, this hurts my feelings because now I can't even go and support the movie. And I love Shaka Khan. I'm not going to see that. I'm just not. Like, is there not a Black American actress that could body that role? Bitch, I could have fucking played Shaka Khan. I gotta go. Spread love is a Brooklyn way. This just really hurt my feelings. I'm so tired of them doing this. And it's because we allow it. Because we really thought all skin folk was kinfolk, but we've been seeing clearly it's not. Are y'all okay with Cynthia Erivo playing Shaka Khan? She doesn't even look like Shaka.
Family, when I say they went out there and then they had the intentions on triggering us, family, they did, because who the hell would think that Cynthia Erivo could ever play this beautiful goddess right here? Anybody out there, if you agree with Cynthia Erivo playing this beautiful sister right here, I need to hit you in the knees with 2 baseball bats, one steel and one aluminum. I hit you with the aluminum first and then the steel, because I want you to feel a sting first for the disrespect, and then I want you to feel the steel, because, you know, I thought the aluminum would make me feel better. But it didn't. So let me get this steel bat and hit you in the knee too. Who in the hell? And yes, salute to our sister Angelic. She sure can. She already got the boobs and the hair and everything. I don't know if she can sing though. Yeah, her daughter actually can sing. I'm just saying. Or if you're talking about Nicki Minaj, no, I don't think Nicki Minaj could sing. But family, if you think that, I know y'all don't think so, but whoever out there thinking that Cynthia Erivo can play this beautiful queen, they out there rabbit mind.
I'm part Blackfoot Indian, and I had a great-grandmother named Grandma Bagby. And she was a soothsayer, fortune teller. She was a very highly spiritual woman. She read my palms. I was about maybe 10 years old. She grabbed my hand and she looked at it and she says to me, one day, everyone's going to know your name.
You know, we're going to talk about this wardrobe too, because you used to wear a lot of Indian stuff.
Yes.
That wasn't at first, but
I
then
picked,
later.
Yeah. Well, you know, what I did was I wanted to pick a part of our collective history that we didn't celebrate.
Because aren't you?
And it's right here in our
Indian,
face.
yeah,
Yes,
you are
I'm
Indian
Blackfoot.
heritage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Blackfoot. Well, that's from up in near the Canadian border. But yeah, Blackfoot Indians. This is what I was trying to represent.
Well, you did. You did.
Yeah.
Family. Ain't no Cynthia Erivo can play this beautiful soul sister. You can't do it. You can't do it. And family, I got so obsessed with the situation, I start looking at everything I could to try and find if this is really happening. And I can tell you guys, family, I am proud to say that it is just a rumor. There is no credible sources. It ain't been posted anywhere else but the Facebook, and from Facebook, several other people picked it up. However, there is no IMDb pages. There is none of that. So, you know, it's not real. It's not real. However, it is starting to come out that it isn't a real situation. I gotta play our brother and good friend of the channel here, Brian Jehovah.
Bro, I got scared and nervous when I saw Cynthia Erivo was casted to play Shaka Khan. Now, as of right now, it's a rumor. Okay, it's a rumor. There's nothing true about it or anything like that as of right now. So from what I looked up, from what I seen, it's not true, it's untrue. And I'm happy that the Black Americans in this country went haywire, messaging Ava DuVernay, messaging whoever, even people messaging Shaka Khan, please do not allow Cynthia Erivo to play our icons, okay? Thank God, because even if it was true, man, we were going to boycott the hell out that movie. That movie was going to flop. We were going to make sure that movie flopped. Okay, there are plenty Black American women that can play that role of Shaka Khan. I don't even care if they pick a Black American woman that don't even look like Shaka Khan, but there are Black American women that can't play her. And I think if it is true, because it's a rumor, so it hasn't been confirmed. You know, I haven't seen Hollywood Unlocked or what is it, Variety magazine. I haven't seen none of those people say that. And plus, from what I looked at, they say it was a rumor. But if it was true, I think it would have been very, very disrespectful to have an African that don't look nothing like Shaka Khan. Cynthia Erivo, like really? Come on, man. A Nigerian, UK woman that disrespected Black Americans, man, for just to be with under white mommy and white daddy. Nah, we ain't gonna fit. That movie gonna flop. Like seriously, like flop. Like all her other movies that she played that represented Black Americans icons.
Family, I'm sorry to get your blood pressure up there. I'm sorry, but here's the thing though. I saw it and I got my blood pressure up there, so I felt it was only right that I passed it along to the family, because I want you guys to be aware, because you might still be hearing the rumors going around and you might not have even known that, you know, that it was false. So I wanted to make sure that we addressed it here, family. I wanted to make sure today we was able to speak about it. And here's the reason why I also love that this happened. Because here's the thing. Even though the person who posted this was somebody on Facebook that nobody readily know or anything like that, you can bet your bottom dollar that Hollywood has something to do with this. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the times they pay people to toss out these kind of promotions just to see if it'll have a good response on whoever they're targeting, right? So it's basically like fan casting. That's basically what they do these things for. This is the reason why they put out different posters and stuff like that, right? If we ain't say nothing, this absolutely could have became a reality. Let's keep it 100. If we didn't say anything, they'd be like, oh, they're loving the poster with Cynthia Erivo. And then you know what they would do? They would pull out Cynthia Erivo. They would have her on some talk show and say, yeah, so we heard that you were casted as Shaka Khan. And she would be able to say, well, you know, technically, it was a fan cast. I didn't even expect it. It was just so many people put my name out there to play her. That's how these devils get down. Salute to Hurricane Nixie. She said fan fiction or fan torture. Exactly. That's exactly what this would have been. It would have been fan torture. And family, you know, our aura, you know, our energy about this situation is so strong. Salute the lady demigod. She said, whoa, child. So glad that was a rumor. Some of us was ready to go to battle. Exactly. Not over my Shaka. Y'all ain't about to, not with my Shaka. We ain't doing that. No. But family, people see what happens when we say no, when we say hell no. Shalom and salute to our sister Key Prince. Thank you for being here, family. They see if we don't like something, if we calling something out, oh, it's starting to become immediately. And it's starting to become a situation where everybody is seeing like, yeah, that's not flying too much. That's why Caroline was fired. That's why Carolyn had to be let go, Miss Wanger, excuse me. That's why. And family, everybody sees it. You know why and how I know? Because damn it, right after I found out that this was just a rumor, salute to our sister Mia Kim in the building. Much love to you always, as well as our sister Mary. Much love, shalom to you. Thank you for being here. As soon as I found out that this was just a rumor, I was like, phew, okay, cool. I went into Instagram, and the first thing that popped up, the very first thing that popped up, family, the Christians are out there trying to do what we do. Look at this. Boom. This is a sponsored ad. That first thing popped up. It says, protest Cynthia Erivo to play our Lord in blasphemous production. Jesus Christ Superstar. Family. I know they already done this, but family, they just now starting to push this after they heard everybody go to hell off about Cynthia Erivo to play Shaka Khan. Family, how long has this Jesus Christ Superstar been out? This play has been out for a while now, family. But they just now started promoting this after they saw the backlash of her, quote unquote, supposedly starting to play or supposedly having to play Shaka Khan. So family, tell me our reach isn't reaching. And I agree with you, my sister Aquarius. She definitely could play. She definitely could play Lucifer. That I will give you 100%. She could definitely play Lucifer. She looks like a damn devil. Yeah, family. So yeah, I had to tell you, I had to bring that information to you. I had to make sure, since I was, my blood pressure got raised, I had to raise yours just a little bit. I hope you guys forgive me for that. Okay. But let's move here. Did you guys hear about the Cardi B situation? Not just with the whole situation of her running around here putting out trashy ass music that nobody wants to hear, but she's feeling some of that ABK too. She's started, her court case has started up. I'm wrong. Salute to you, my sister. I do it out of love. It was all out of love, but at least we know that the reach is reaching. Okay. Oh, geez. All right. So the Cardi B situation, she didn't start, her court case didn't start it up. Where she was disrespecting one of our sisters. I believe she was like a valet driver or something like that. Let's go here, family. Salute to Sorak Sota. Thank you for being here, family. My bad. Much love to you.
Was there spitting?
Absolutely not.
Did you spit on Miss?
Oh, that's right. She spit on the young lady.
No.
Did you call her the N-word?
No.
What is your background? Are you Hispanic, white, something else?
My background?
Yes.
Well,
Would you consider yourself African American?
I consider myself Afro-Caribbean.
Have you ever used the N-word with Miss Amani Ellis?
No.
Did you try to take a swing at her?
No.
When you say there was a verbal altercation,
Yes.
do you know what the word altercation means?
Like a conflict.
Like a fight, right?
It was like a verbal fight, but it didn't get physical at all.
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
We having, we'll see, a debate.
And we're debating about whether you assaulted and battered Miss Amani Ellis, correct?
Yeah. That's correct. Salute to our sister Hurricane Nisi. She said, damn it, church, my stomach is still churning up from the shit Chaka Khan room. I love you, Miss Nisi. Thank you very much. I love each and every one of you. And like I said, I had to do it because if I didn't do it, somebody else would have did it. But they might not have just, went as far to figure out whether or not it's real or if it was a rumor. I had to make sure to do it so I can at least, relax and ease your worries right after I brought it up. So much love to you. Thank you very much. Your donation is blessed tenfold. As always, I appreciate your contribution. But family, so Cardi's in the courts dealing with her ABK. I'm going to let our good brother Cool Keezy get a piece of this action and allow him to do his thing on this.
What were the words that you used that were so hurtful?
She used a lot of words, and again, excuse my language, but she was like, you, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna get you fired. That's why you do security. That's why you do security. She was sticking her tongue out. She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down, body shaming me. I mean, racial slurs, just a lot.
This right here is exactly why we have to gatekeep the culture, because you'll never see a foundational Black American artist at the top of the game disrespecting someone else's culture like this. You'll never see a FBA superstar in court for spitting on people, assaulting people, and calling them racial slurs. That's not how we move. But what we do see time and time again, mostly Latinos and Caribbeans, doing this nonsense. you know? And Fat Joe, remember Fat Joe with his song, basically daring anybody to say he can't use the N-word. Now, Cardi B spitting on a security guard, calling people the N-word, calling black folks dirty cockroaches. And instead of being held accountable, too many of our people still defend her like she's untouchable. And let's keep it a buck. She claims Afro-Caribbean, but you don't see her generating income from Afro-Caribbean culture. She's not selling salsa and reggaeton. She's making millions imitate Black American culture, whole time denigrating the same people who support her and make her who she is. And this is why gatekeeping is non-negotiable. Because when we don't, outsiders come in, eat off our culture, and then spit in our faces, literally and figuratively.
Oh, you scared to death, Negroes. Just sit down. Don't you come out to defend our enemy. You sit down and you shut up and tell your master to come on out and deal with this.
Family, shout out to our brother Cool Keezy. Much love to him because what he said is absolutely correct. Shout out to our sister Cooking with Miss D. She said, please don't do that again, church. Too much to handle. Understandable. I'll try not to. However, you know, it might need to be handled like that sometimes. You know, you might, you know, I saw you say you feel like fighting, you know, we might need those hands at some point to rush out on somebody, you know. So everybody out here feeling that ABK, everybody feeling that whole energy that we're protruding out into the world, that Majora's spirit, that hell no, you got us messed up spirit. And everybody's getting a piece of it, no matter who they are, no matter what they do, they can't get away from it. Now, family, there are some people that's out there, and salute to our sister Starte Jones in the building. Shalom to you. Thank you for being here, as well as our family Shabazz American Freedman. Thank you for being here, family, as always. There are some people out there, family, who are at the time acting as if they're starting to get it, who are trying to come out and now curve the narrative that other people was out here trying to bring forth, especially when it comes to hip hop. Now they're trying to recorrect themselves, right? But there's a lot of people who's not getting it. So first, I'm gonna go to them trying to correct the narrative now, and then we're going to get into some of the people who needs that ABK energy to float their way. Salute to our sister Sharon Thompson. Thank you for your super sticker, family. I appreciate you. Your contribution is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate it as always. Family, let's go here.
Puerto Ricans are also the pioneers of hip hop. It's not up for debate. What's not up for debate is a lot of.
So I waited. I really wanted somebody to do it, bro. As a fellow Puerto Rican, dude grew up in New York, and hip hop being one of my favorite genres of all time. You know, also partaking in my favorite genre of all time. The fallacies that come out of your mouth, bro. For the fact that as a Puerto Rican doing hip hop, I can assure you, we didn't have anything to do with the creation. When you go back to everything, even as now we get all into this, where now all the Caribbeans want to come out of the woodwork and say, you know what, we created because of Cool Herc, Crazy Legs, and all them other ones, bro. We literally had nothing to do with it. When I was a spitter and I came up and I was doing it, homeboy, ain't nobody in the Puerto Rican community, Dominican community, it don't matter. Any one of the Caribbeans, minus a couple Jamaicans, were even wanting to even be a part of this. The audacity for anybody to come up and say that they created this, that were part of the foundation of this, is like absolutely asinine. The rhythmic styles of hip hop don't come from the doo-wop era, bro. It goes further than that. Further than that. It comes out of the killing fields of the South. It comes from slavery. I'm trying to contain myself because it's the fact that most of these people over here they spout nonsense and it's complete bullshit. Even KRS-One from back in the day was saying, you know what, Hispanics didn't have anything to do with this. Caribbeans ain't have nothing to do with this. It was the foundational Black Americans. And now all of a sudden, because we got Busta Rhymes for some stupid reason and Cool Herc out of their fucking mouths coming up and saying that everybody else has something to do with it. You guys weren't looking for this. It was only a few that were like, you know what, man, we cool. We want to do this, but y'all wasn't there. It's on record that none of y'all were there. And as somebody from the Caribbean, from that community, I can assure you, you guys weren't there, man. As I was doing it, we didn't have people there. even now, there's only a handful of us that were there, and it's more of the Afros than it is anybody else. You gonna tell me that this random group that you found? Oh yeah, you know we doing the bongos, bro. The beat that you were looking at, yeah, they sampled a portion of it, but the most sampled song in human history is off of James Brown's drummer, Clyde Strapperfield. Bro, it like you pull one sample that has a handful of times that they sampled it, and it said, "Oh man, because of the bongos." The bongos don't only come from the Caribbean, bro. These same instruments come from Africa. Like the reach is what's killing me. Is the reach. So what's next? You're gonna say because there was like what 3 Puerto Rican American spitters, rhymers, MCs, however you want to word it, that all of a sudden now we've been there? We've been there all along, and I bet you can't name them either. Get out of here with this fucking fallacy, bro.
Yeah, family. It's a salute to our brother Christopher Ellis as well, because he caught it just like I caught it. It isn't, it is real funny how all of a sudden these course correcting people want to come out now. They didn't want to come out during the conversation. They didn't want to come out when we were sitting there going back and forth with these Jamaicans, when we were going back and forth with these Puerto Ricans, and letting them know that hip hop, as well as basically every other genre in America, is a foundational Black American creation. They didn't just have a change of heart, family. Nobody just has a change of heart. Not like that. What happened is they're starting to see that ABK, that Majora energy, moving through everybody and to everybody who's been disrespectful to us, who's been trying to claim our creations. That energy isn't good energy on you. They're seeing the way everybody is getting dropped, fired, and everything else. And you don't want that juju on you. You don't want that juju on you. So people are starting to come out and start correcting themselves. Start doing a little course correction. Salute to Microphone Check and Tariq for putting it out, because literally it was necessary. Because now you have the people coming out with the course correcting. However, if we don't keep our foots on their necks, oh, how quickly they forget. These folks, they have no problem forgetting. And this is why it's imperative that we keep the energy going. It is very, very imperative that we keep that energy going. Exactly, my brother. It's giving the Amanda Seals energy. They got to come back now and take our language because they're not credible. Ain't nobody looking at them like they're credible. More and more people are walking away from them as they continue to use those same talking points that keep getting debunked time after time after time. That's what it is. Salute to the big black God. Thank you for your Cash App donation, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always. That's what this really is, family. That's what it really is. They don't have any credibility. Everything they're doing is getting debunked. Everything they're saying is getting debunked. So now they're coming back around and they're trying to make it seem like they've been trying to tell the truth all along. We were never there. As somebody who was there, we were never there. Did you notice when he said that? As somebody who's a spitter who was there, we were not there. It took you a hell of a long time to come on out and say that, though, right? When Crazy Legs was out there talking that nonsense, you didn't come out and say, hey, Crazy Legs, you said you was there, I was there, we wasn't there. No, it took that ABK energy for these folks to decide to come on back and clear some things up. Salute Capricorn FBA. Much love to you, family. Much love to Milwaukee as well. Let's go here, family, because I want to show you some examples of what will happen if we take our foot off the gas when it comes to this ABK.
All of a sudden, all these girls want to take, our men. Like,
what has the African experience been like for you in America?
I guess bittersweet. I guess, of course, growing up, I'm saying? I'm a 90s baby, I think Nigeria wasn't really trending. But now all of a sudden, all these girls want to take, our men. Like, it's like a Nigerian man, have lines.
Family, there you go again. That's that talking point again, family. My sisters, my queens in the chat. I'm going to need you to let me know right now. Y'all out there trying to take Nigerian men? Because they didn't say this not once. They didn't say this not twice. This is a repeated conversation, apparently. This is a notion that they have locked inside of the Nigerian woman. For some reason, they believe that foundationally Black American women are trying their hardest to take Nigerian men. My sisters, let me see. What the hell? Okay. Girl, no. Okay. We got some yucks. Okay. We got ill. Nobody wants a scammer. Okay. Salute to Misha. Thank you for being here. Only FBA men. Okay. Nigerian men? Nope. You can keep them. All right, my sister Mary. Okay. My sister Donna C says, hell no. My sister Shan says, hell no. Okay. All right. my brother Casey Below says, ladies, y'all got this, right? Y'all got this. Sybil said, hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the nay no. Our sister Mia Kim says, oh, hell no. Okay. All right. We like our men using soap, water, and have good tea. Okay. All right. Our sister Key Prince says, no one looking for them. Okay. I was just asking because this seems like, a talking point amongst these women. Oh, no. Close the gate. Oh, shit. Why in the hell would any woman want an Ngozi maggot? Okay. All right. My sisters ain't holding no punches. See, I'm gonna have to give it to the queens. Our sister Cheryl, much love to you. Thank you for being here. She says, no matter what they decide to clean up, I will never trust them again. 100% family. Salute to American Holocaust survivor. Much love to you. Hard pass on poverty pin. Oh, my sister's got me over here crying. I'm in tears right now. I'm just saying, she damn sure full of herself. She's saying that with conviction in her chest. She knows for certain that y'all out there trying to take their men away.
Actually, how you make the law? It's like y'all want the formula for our.
Oh, hell no. Wait a second. Hold up.
How you make the law? It's like y'all want the formula. Like, it's like a Nigerian man have line sisters actually. How you make the law? It's like.
She said she got line sisters asking her how you make jollof. Family, I'm gonna guarantee you this. I'm gonna step. I don't ever claim to speak for my sisters. I never do. I just ask you ladies, and I get your answer, and I just reverberate them to the masses. But I think it's safe to say that I ain't never gonna believe that any FBA sister is going to this woman asking her, how do you make jollof rice? I don't believe for 1 second whatsoever. Exactly, antithesis. ASCAP. All cap. I don't believe for 1 second that any one of my sisters came to you on a good day or bad day. And ask you, can you teach me how to make jollof rice? Why? And notice she said her line sisters. So she's a part of some sorority. Okay. I would have to ask, are those people from Nigeria as well? Where are they from? Because I can guarantee you it ain't no foundational Black American sister asking you, hey, teach me how to make jollof rice. Oh, geez. Family. But hey, like I said, we got to keep our foot on their necks. Are you going to get more of this? You know what else you'll get more of? You'll get more of this too. Have y'all seen this clip with this idiot here?
African Americans in this country are the only groups, they have no culture.
African Americans in this country. Notice he said in this country. He's in America. Saying we're the only group without a culture.
African Americans in this country are the only groups, they have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently there's not an African American culture?
No.
Yeah.
Now, family, this is an African man. This is a Haitian woman. Two fleeing fleers in America talking about foundational Black Americans and quote unquote a lack of culture that they're over here benefiting from, that they're over here stealing from. Exactly, my sister. We are the culture worldwide. And their only culture is coming over here trying to leech off of ours.
There's not an African American culture?
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Name two value systems in African American culture? Really? Number one, we all like to wash our damn chicken. I mean, we like to clean our food before we cook it. Number two, we wash our ass. That's our culture. And we do it correctly. That's just two value systems. Since you only asked for two.
Value system?
Yes. Name two taboos in the African American cultural system.
Taboos? Beating your woman, touching kids. We don't go around trying to sell our kids to the highest bidder like they do over there in Africa. We don't. We don't beat our women over the head because they have a difference of an opinion. Because you are the man. And she will respect you. Continue.
Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American cultural system.
Sunday dinners, family reunions. Like, these are things that are easy as hell. Exactly. We use deodorant. Oh, man. These are things that are easily just debunkable. But notice he's doing this and saying this to a Haitian woman who's not able to answer any of these questions because she's not a foundational Black American. Salute to our sister Andrea Jones. Thank you for your Cashapp donation, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Let's let them continue.
There is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is.
Family.
Internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
Family, this person is over here speaking tether, jibber jabber, if I ain't never heard no babble. That's the original babble. You know, when Babylon fell and the Most High split the languages. Yeah, that's the original babble, family. The tether babble.
The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil right, they give it to you. You have no culture.
Family, just deport them all at this point in time, family. I'm just done and over with these folks. They didn't give us civil rights, idiot. We fought for it and took it. They give you civil rights. You have no culture. How does one equate to the other? Our culture is within the fighting. Our culture is the innovation of the world, being the innovators. We're the only people globally that consistently fights the Nabisco, white supremacists. That's our culture. That's a culture thing. When you get over here, you want to lay up under the lap of luxury of the white supremacists. You want to be the lapdog and get your head petted. That's your culture. We stand on business. That's our culture. We don't flee. That's our culture. And it's the same culture, the very same culture that got this woman fired on her day off. Go figure. Go figure. Let's let them continue.
Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So,
twerking. They relegate our whole damn culture down to twerking. Family, these people have never seen some of the things that we've created in their homelands. Them not being able to afford them, they don't know that they exist. The things that we have invented and brought to the American and the world. What the hell is this babbling tether talking about?
But I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it?
Okay. Everything you see people copying around the globe, from our dances to our hip hop style, the way we walk, talk. We got soul food, and now other people around the world want to say, oh, we got soul food too. You got people in Kenya right now out there line dancing and playing country music, thinking it came from the Nabisco. That's Black American culture, foundational Black American culture, to be specific. Yo, Afro beats artists are taking from our foundational Black American artists in order to make the trash y'all call Afro beats. Let me say that again. Your African artists are taking from our foundational Black American artists, sampling their music to make the trash you call Afro beats today. The very fact that you're sitting in America is because of the fact that we allowed it. Because we fought for that. That's our culture. Being the revolutionary. Being the person that stand on business. Not the person that flee away from it. With ashy ankles and flip-flops.
Like hip hop,
Oh,
not
Jesus
hip hop. I mean, I don't want to.
Look,
Yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
I feel
then,
like
hit me.
She just named something even after being berated. She just named hip hop. And this man goes on to say, if you can't think of nothing, don't make it up. What the hell? What is this man even talking? Family?
Internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
This man is talking nonsense. That's it. And he's talking it to somebody who isn't a foundational Black American. If any one of us was sitting there with this dude, I'd have already shut this dude down while calling him all kind of goddamn bushmeat chasers.
You feel. You should know. You were born and raised here.
yes, but I have a.
Are you African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before. If they know you are Haitian, at least two things come to their mind.
What is that?
If they've been to Haiti, they can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them. Service industry, they know where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Because they saw the culture in abstract before they encountered.
This man just said, because he didn't know she was a Black American, he was about to say people know you before they have thoughts about African American, Black Americans. That's what he was saying before they even meet you. And then when she said, well, I'm Haitian, then he wants to say, well, when people see Haitians. So he's deliberately just trying to have a rant about us because literally he thought he was talking to a foundational Black American. When they see Haitians, the work ethic. Dude, when I look at Haiti right now, it's not showing work ethic at all. You know what it's showing? Cowardness. Shout out to Barbecue, who's actually there trying to stand on business. Y'all just not there trying to stand on business with them. Salute you. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you as always. Shalom.
Before they encountered you. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to address it. Exactly. I'm saying to you, any people who ask for these things, which are abstract, freedom, for example, independence, for example, and civil rights, for example, voting rights, for example, you must have a foundation on which these things are going to balance.
What the hell is this man talking about, family? Can anybody in the chat translate tether babble? He's naming all the things that we fought for and received and talked about there has to be a foundation for it. The foundation is the fact that we fought for it and received it. We have a culture of fighting for things and receiving it. This man is explaining a culture while not understanding that he's explaining a portion of the culture itself. Salute to Eli. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Exactly. If he knows so much, then show us how it's done in his country. He should be. But we don't see him in this country. We see him in this country, in America. Talking about foundational Black Americans who made it possible for his dumb ass to be in this country.
Because the people there have to uniformly agree with consensus. This is our way of life. The do's and the don'ts involved in our culture. Even if you have to create an artificial culture.
Is that why the civil rights movement is considered dead?
It's dead and useless.
Family, this is why we keep our foots on their necks. And trust me, he's going to get his ABK too. Because everybody who's using us as talking points, they often do. And that's what they're truly doing. They're using us for clout. They're using us as talking points because we're the it. We're the it. If you don't got it, you talk about it. So all these people can do is talk. And my family, are they doing a lot of talking? Let's go here. You see the question here, are FBAs a hate group to their own kind?
We are all one over here despite the different labels. So I really wish y'all stop trying to separate us.
Because that's my question. My question is actually on the label, and actually I think it's on the label. Why is it that in the U.S. politically, when you're speaking, when you're checking the box, you don't have a box for, you don't have a box for, Black Indian. Or
That's what we're working on. We're right now. We are working on to take Black and African American off the census and put reclassified original American on the census. Right now, we have a petition going on for that. We have 1,000 signatures, and it's going up from there. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
we want that. We want that off the.
Now, family, you got to notice that there's some people who don't agree with calling ourselves foundational Black Americans, and they're trying everything to not have to say foundational Black Americans, but yet they're trying to terminize certain other words that's similar to foundational Black American. So notice what she said. We're getting Black taken off of the census and getting African American taken off the census, and we're trying to get original American put on the census. So we got to watch those kind of people as well. But let's let it continue.
The census.
Yeah, a follow-up question on that though is, why has it taken that long up to today for you guys to recognize that there is a gap in the system for you guys to start to claim it today? What changed? Generations and generations passed by, and that has been in the system for a while. What changed for you guys to recognize that now you don't want to call yourself African American? Because for me, I don't agree with it.
African American only been on the census since 2000. African American is a new thing, and when African American was first put on when they was thinking about putting African American on the census and they was taking votes, nobody wanted to be called African American. We don't like being called Africans at all.
So yeah, one last question though. Would you like yourself to be called Black? Plain
No,
Black?
no. Black was okay until Black, well, first of all, Black erases us, and we took that Black and we made it into something very positive. And at first, we were the only Blacks because Africans didn't want to be Black, South Americans didn't want to be Black, Caribbeans didn't want to be Black. The only Black people were the Black Americans. And now, since we done made Black a thing, now all y'all want to be Black. And so, no, we need our own classification because we have our own culture and our own history that we want to keep preserved for our future.
One last one.
Can I ask you something, Neo? Neo, can I ask you something?
Yeah. One last question, then you can ask me. From your point, Piston, you said now you guys want to. I captured on that. You said you now want to. The want, and then also does that want kind of relate to who you really are or who you really want to be? If you answer that, I think
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
You're trying to dissect. You're trying to dissect something. She already explained it to you. You're trying to make something. She already explained it to you so many different ways, and you're still trying to dissect it and break it down. And you want her to like literally define each word of a sentence. I see where you're going with that. Don't do that. Because what you really want to say is, oh, what do you guys really want to be? You guys, why do you guys want to be this? Don't do that. Okay. Don't try to do that, Neil, please. I just want to ask.
We have the
No. You want to be confrontational.
One thing, Neo, we should start doing, the Black Americans versus the Africans, one thing we should start doing is grandparents versus grandparents. Because I find it really suspicious that we have documents of our grandparents, and a lot of you don't even know your third or fourth grandparent, and yet y'all be trying to question us. Maybe y'all should sit down and try to figure out who y'all third or fourth grandparents are before y'all try to ask us, because I'm on my 6th and 7th.
You know,
1985, are you still up?
No.
1985.
Yeah, family, this is absolutely, it's Tariq deranged syndrome. That's exactly what it is. A lot of folks don't like Tariq, so they don't want to go by FBA. And so they're trying their hardest to, create other terms and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm rolling with foundational Black American, period. That shit right there, it just encompasses so much. And it's very close to Dr. Claude Anderson's Native Black American. I like it. So that's what I choose. Whatever anybody else want to go by, that's really ain't my damn business, to be honest. That's you. That's what you want to do. Guess what? Do your thing. Salute V4 Vengeance again. Much love to you for the super sticker. I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold. Family, they're running around here talking about us in these rooms like a mother lover. Let's go here. Hold up.
I wasn't finished yet. Okay. Once you're done. Her first interview was in 2023. Breakfast Club is in 2024. Then she's posting on Twitter. Then she has a Vogue interview. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure how genuine people are about knowing who she is versus just trying to be mad at whatever she does. It's not enough. Nothing is enough. The African.
Okay, Shaq, I can tell you the problem.
Oh wait,
is
I actually did want to continue speaking. Even though you guys say she addressed it, I believe that the reason she went to Vogue and gave the direct answer that many Black Americans expected her to give on the Breakfast Club is because it's fucking Vogue. You're not going to give good PR to the Breakfast Club. I don't care who you are. You could be Dr. Umar, you could be Joe Budden, you could be Beyonce. You're not going to give your 10 minutes of fame to the Breakfast Club for them to flip and reverse it on you. That's what they do. They're a gotcha platform. Unfortunately, the Breakfast Club is very, very, very popular in the United States. So a lot of people do go to them for important things. I think she and her PR team made the right choice not to give that answer to the Breakfast Club. Beyonce, the reasoning is because Charlamagne's an asshole. Thank you. Come on. I would have never, as a Black American, I would have never given that answer to the Breakfast Club either. And she might have went to somebody said she went to the other radio stations in the United States and gave those interviews. That's because they don't have the platform that the Breakfast Club has. She probably went in feeling safer talking to those people. But if you go in with Just Hilarious and Charlamagne, I'm from Maryland. Well, whoever was there at the time. Even with Lauren, who worked for TMZ, that's literally the shade room on steroids.
Much love to our family V4 Vengeance once again, family. Thank you for your super chat. It says we can fill out the census form by checking the race box Black and the original section, the origin section, under the print foundational Black Americans. Really, that's any form that I go on. I put other, and I put Black American, foundational Black American. I put other, I put Indigenous American. You can always put other and make sure to write in that foundational Black American. Because here's the thing, the more times they see that on these forms, and you're absolutely correct by doing so, the more they're going to be obliged to put it onto the census, because that's self-identification. But much love to you. Thank you for your super chat, family. Yeah, family. So they're having these conversations about us in all of these spaces.
Don't deal with them. I'm the one everywhere I go, they call me uncle nowadays because I don't take shit from them. Because that disrespect is too much. And the funny thing is, when they come to our panels, we give them time to talk. You understand?
Yes.
But when you go to their panel, they will mute you. They know that what you are telling them is truth. And they don't like the truth. They don't like to hear the truth. They just want to sit on the panel and listen to fake news about Africa.
He said that they will mute you. They will mute you if you get on the panel with us. Yeah, we don't like to hear too much tether babble. We don't want to hear the tether nonsense. Salute to Rashad Wallace. Thank you for being here, family.
And I've noticed something, but people don't see it. They're trying to put a problem. They want to create a problem between Africans and Caribbeans. Then they will just lie. They will just leave that fight for us. Then we will fight them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I know these people. I say, no, I always tell you guys, bro, I live with these people. I don't know. There are some Africans that will come up here coming to be nice with this. I say, no, you don't be nice with these people. That is how you get respect from them. If you're so nice, they will never respect you. If they go crazy, you go crazy. We should let them know we don't scare of them.
This is why we keep our foots on their necks, and this is why we continue to call these folks out and hit them over the head with the bamboo stick. Shout out to our brother Eric Johnson for that. These folks talking about you can't be nice to these people. You got to, if you go crazy, you go crazy, but you cannot be nice to these people. This is the conversations that they're having in the background. Salute to Krista Watkins. Thank you for being here. Watsons, thank you for being here. Much love to you. Appreciate your super chat. We all we got. Exactly. And we all we need to be 100 with you. Because you see what happens when we try to open the door for people to come in and have solidarity with us and be on one accord. They want to stray away from the accord. Much love to you, and thank you for your super chat. Like I said, you're blessed tenfold.
That is how they are. So if you say you're scared of them, bro, they will never give you respect. You ask yourself why Haitians got a respect from these people, why Jamaicans got respect, but us, we got a whole continent because we never show them anything. You understand?
Family, let me be clear. Let me be very clear. Foundational Black Americans respect anybody that respects them and disrespect everybody who disrespects us. We don't freaking just run around disrespecting people. We don't just give blinded respect to people either. And this idiot thinks by going back and forth with us, that will warrant respect. That will force us to give them respect. You wonder why they respect the Haitian. You wonder why they respect the Jamaican. And we got a whole continent. They think we should be giving them respect because they got a damn landmass. When they keep running away from the whole damn landmass to come over to this landmass. You know, the landmass our ancestors built up. They think that we should give them respect. Exactly. Go back to your continent. Salute Shell Nash. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. I wish the Tethers would keep FBAs out of their mouth. I do too. But trust me, that ABK is swinging around. They're learning. They are learning. And some of them is going to need a little bit more, hits over the head with the bamboo stick than others. But they are learning.
So that's how they are. I'm telling you.
Nobody is trying, King Nana, nobody is respecting them like we are respecting them and seeing them like somebody that is special. No. We are just trying to be human and have some sense of humor.
Nobody sees us to be special. Well, you sure do act like it by taking all of our, culture, trying to infuse it with your nonsense. And then saying, but we are black brother.
You have to treat them. They say, you know, we have this problem in my village, right? They say if you want to if you want to honor live animal, you have to behave like one. So you don't have to be nice to these people. You have to behave like them so that you can take them down. I know them. They never, bro, look at these people who go on their panel insulting Africans 247, knowing your ancestors came from Africa. Really?
Yeah.
And you bro 54 countries.
I don't
care. I always say this, right? You can take just one country and insult. I don't care, bro. I'll just sit down and relax and chill. But 54 countries, there are certain countries in Africa, they don't even know what is going on here on these panels. And you sit down here with your food stamps and your Section 8, you sit down here and insulting these poor people who don't even care about internet. Yes, my brother, you see that. Okay, you guys are welcome. So I will allow you guys to talk, man. Strive.
Family, this is why we keep our foot on their necks. This is why we ain't letting up. This is why I was in the space with our brother Black Alpha, salute to him. And the dude came in and he was talking about we're giving too much energy to these tethers and, you know, we shouldn't pay attention. This is why you give the energy. This is why you call these folks out. This is why you shut down their nonsense. You nip it in the bud, because if you don't, you allow people like this to continue talking like this. As a matter of fact, family, do you guys remember the one African dude who came out talking about, look at America. Where are all the FBAs to talk about the situation with Donald Trump going to the Congo and getting all of their resources? And I had to pull out the article showing that it was the Congo that ran to Trump and said, Trump, please help us solve our issues. Please help us solve our issues with Uganda. Excuse me, Rwanda. That dirty African, in case you don't remember that person, salute to We Got Next. Much love to you, family. Thank you for being here, as well as Jalen. Thank you for being here. Much love to you, family. In case you don't remember that dirty musty tether, I'll remind you.
Have y'all seen the 2030 census and how we plan on erasing us? If we don't come together and stop Office of Management and Budget, they plan on adding Jamaicans, Haitians, Nigerians, Ethiopians, and Somalians to the category of Black and African American, which will erase us.
Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that what your slave babies wanted? You said you were not African and we were not African American. So now they add us to the list. They add Jamaican, Haitians, Nigerians, and you're upset. You said you're not African and you said we're not African American. So now they're adding us to the list. Why are you pissed? I still see African American up there. If you're indigenous, I see indigenous down here too. I see native down here. So why are you complaining? Pick one. But guess what? Let's look at the list of African countries Uncle Sam steals resources from. Look at the list. It goes on and on. So you're telling me they can add our resources to the list, but they cannot add us to the list? No, ma'am. This might be your home, but my name is on the list too. As far as I'm concerned, FBA's pretendians don't deserve reparations. Okay, they claim to be a $5 trillion community, right? But still live on food stamps. So what is reparations going to change? They still depend on the government for everything. Education, housing, feeding, and everything. Transportation, everything. So what's the point of reparations? You already live off the white man. You already live off the white man. So what's the point of reparations? Right? They gave you EBT, right? That was not enough. They gave you PPP loans. Some of you have not even paid back those PPP loans, right? No, if they give you reparations today, what are you going to do with it? Make the Chinese richer? Make the Koreans richer, right? You're probably going to spend it on chicken and Snickers. That's wasted money. No, you don't deserve shit. No. What are you going to do with it? Tell me. Let me know what you FBA pretendians are going to do with reparations that you've been unable to do with the 5-point-something trillion you have. What you going to do with it? Pay child support? You're definitely not going to pay child support. We know that you still. 400 years in America, you still don't know or understand the playbook. Why can't we keep our resources? It's the same reason why Sonia Massey was unalive in her own home when she called the cops for help. It's the same reason why every single week we have a new protest. Black Lives Matter, Emmett Till, George Floyd. It's the same reason you're mass incarcerated in the nation you claimed you built, right? Because your 13th Amendment said it is illegal to be a slave unless you go to jail. Then the 14th Amendment went ahead to call you slave babies in America. So that means you're liable for jail. Do you understand? It's the same reason why, for some reason, you've been here for 400 years, but still control less than 1% of America's resources. The same reason, right? But you need an African to come school you on this. Man, we are not only resourceful, we are resilient. Because even though they keep trying to extort and exploit us, we keep fighting. You all don't fight no more. You got gentrified, redlined, and all that lynched. You got hung on trees like Christmas ornaments. Even this year, a man was hung on trees like Christmas ornaments.
Family, this dirty musty tether said we don't fight no more. This dirty, musty tether sitting here with his skin peeling off from all the cake soap sat here and said, we don't fight anymore. We're the only people fighting. That's it. I was going to play some more of this, but this dirty, musty tether gets on my nerves. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is remind y'all. I wanted to remind y'all who the dirty, musty tether was. Yeah, the best thing to do with this dirty, musty tether is block them, but it's getting deeper than that because apparently this dirty, the same dusty, musty tether. Salute to BG. Thank you for being here, as well as Yvonne Scott. Much love to the both of you. Thank you for being here, family. This dirty, musty tether got on a live talking about how he went down to the grave site, the burial site of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King, and supposedly spit and pissed on the grave. Let's go here, family.
They said sick and vile things about Martin Luther King.
I went to Martin Luther's grave and I pissed on it.
Oh my God.
Oh, hell. Slave dungeons. I pissed on that shit. I pissed on it. And I even spat on it. You remember, you called him a traitor, right? A CIA agent. So why would I go to his grave? I pissed on it. And I even spat on it.
So I'm sure by now many of you have seen this guy's video speaking down on Black Americans, but he decided to take it a step further and speak on the late great Martin Luther King in such vile ways and say that he urinated and spit on his grave, which is insanity. And I'm pretty sure he thought he couldn't be found. But many of you said I should be a private investigator, which I listened to you, and I have found where he works at, and I think we should let them know what he's done. So to start this off, here is his link tree. I will put the link in the comments. Everyone needs to go to all his social medias and gather as much data and information about him speaking down on Black Americans in such vile ways, okay? That way he can't get rid of the evidence. We already have it, and we need to send this into his place of employment. Now to get to the meat and potatoes. Our Pan-African friend is a nurse that happens to work in Canada, Calgary, Alberta to be specific, and he works for a company named United Active Living, and he specifically works at the Garrison Green location.
Family, that ABK is about to swing around on that dude real quick. And yeah, my sister, I know that most likely he's lying. He probably did spit, but I don't think he would have been able to piss, just because if you see the gravesite of Martin Luther King, him and Coretta Scott, they're buried like around this, there's like this lake, right, that they built around the burial site where Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King is buried, or where their bodies are, right? And you have to climb within that water to get to where their caskets are. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of the site. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? You see all this water, and it's a whole damn, like, it looks like a damn lake, basically. It's not even this small. Matter of fact, give me a second. Let me see if I can find a video, because, well, here's a better picture that kind of shows. So they got this stream. You see all this space? You would have to jump into this water and cross all that water in order to get to this area here where the tombstones are. So even if the dude is lying, though, it shows his ill intent and malice for foundational Black Americans, which are still Americans, by the way. So shout out to this sister right here that said we should take it a step further. Damn, just contacting, excuse me. Damn, just contacting his job to get him fired because his job is in Canada. I don't know how that works. He lives in Atlanta, but he works in Canada. That's crazy. Anyway, shout out to this sister because she makes a great point. This is exactly what the DOJ was talking about. And so we should be sending all these videos, everything that this man is talking about when he talks about foundational Black Americans. We need to send all that information over to the DOJ.
I saw the video. The African said, he gonna go piss on Martin Luther King grave. Remember that? I am going to go and piss on Martin Luther King's grave. See, this is exactly the type of shit that the State Department wants to see. This is exactly the un-American type of shit that's gonna get 55 million visas plucked. Don't send it to ICE, because I see a lot of people in the comments saying, "Oh, I'm sending this to ICE. I'm sending this to ICE." No. ICE deal with people who paperwork fucked up. Their paperwork not fucked up. They got green cards and they got visas and all this other bullshit that make them legal permanent residents. They foreign nationals, but they still legal permanent residents or whatever. But the shit like that, that racist Marco Rubio, he would love to see this shit. See, they need a reason to kick out the legal ones. They don't give a shit about the illegal ones, but see, the legal ones, they need a reason to kick them out. And you know what? I'm gonna help them. The shit like that going on these rants about how you gonna piss on Martin Luther King grave and how Black people, y'all gonna start a war with Black people. Let me tell you something about Black people, Black American people. We are citizens of the United States of America. Do you know what the federal government's promise to us is? Protection from people trying to start wars against us. So Marco Rubio, he would love to hear about some people, some foreign nationals on American soil trying to harm and intimidate American citizens. Man, clip this shit that they doing and send it to the State Department, not ICE. I'm sick of this. The disrespect got to stop. At what point do we not do what we have to do to protect our people and our ancestors? You gonna piss on Martin Luther King grave? The disrespect toward that man is crazy. Even within our people, you don't have to agree with what he did, but understand it was coming from a place of love. Yeah, towards the end, he realized that something wasn't right, but never while he was going through that path was he thinking about messing over us. So I give him mad respect. And let me tell you, I am not, a lot of the things that he did and said, I don't agree with, but I give him that respect because I know everything that he did was out of love for us. We cannot allow these people to disrespect our ancestors, bro. Clip that shit and send it to the State Department. Marco Rubio, that's who want to see this type of shit, this un-American type of shit. Martin Luther King was a fucking American.
Absolutely. I found a clip of the burial site itself. I don't know why they moving so slow, but
That's what Martin Luther King and his wife buried it out there. That's what Martin Luther King and his wife buried at. You see that, tomorrow? On the side, man.
That's what I was thinking. I thought do that.
Absolutely, my sister Mary. Are there any cameras at the burial site that could be used as evidence? Yes, it could be evidence to press charges and deportation. Honestly, I would think that they would have cameras all over the burial site, to be honest with you, because Martin Luther King, he's one of those figures that every year somebody wants to go and vandalize the burial site. That happens with a lot of our historical figures. People want to vandalize our burial sites and things like that. So I would think, because this is a center, right? This is a center. Hold up. It's a center, the same place where they have this here, I believe.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial is a fitting tribute to Dr. King's leadership in the civil rights movement.
So, I would think that they would have some sort of cameras or surveillance, you know, in order to protect the situation there, family. But yeah, family, after our sister said, you know what, we need to start sending this information over to the DOJ, because that's the type of stuff they'll like to see. Do you know this tether basically tried to do a video getting into it with the Siberians, Putin's Mexicans, and basically said, oh, so you're telling me FBA are right? All of a sudden, he want to say that we're right, that we're the Native Americans. Let's go here, family. I'm telling you that act right get right real quick when you start trying to, you know, get them up out of here. Once that sister made that video about hitting the Justice Department with all those clips, oh, he came with this.
Native Americans are the oldest people on the planet. Africans are not the oldest people. They are only 300,000 years old.
You see, I love how you Siberians and pretendians always find a way to drag Africans into your little feud.
So now he's calling them Siberians, and now he's calling them pretendians.
Your little cat fight. You always like to drag us into this. Now Africans are not the oldest. It's you, huh? It's you. But Inuit man, the oldest specimen of a Native American, can only date back to as far as 8,000 years ago. We have trees in Africa older than that. We have trees in Africa older than that. But go ahead.
Africans are not the oldest people. They are only 300,000 years old. They do not have any other hominid in them besides Homo sapien. Homo sapien is the newest, youngest species of human.
Okay, so based on your logic, right, Inuit man is African because he is a Homo sapien, or he was. So that means the FDA might be right after all then. Is that what you're saying? The FDA is right? Because you said Africans don't have any hominids. Sir, do you know where hominids originate from?
Family, y'all heard it with your own ears. That must mean that the FBAs are right. That's what you're saying, that the FBAs are right. Sound pretty neutral to me, don't he?
You know? You don't know. Let me show you. You see that? So let me ask you this. If Inuit man was a Homo sapien and Africans are Homo sapiens, the youngest, what are you? Neanderthal.
Native Americans have an admixture of Neanderthal, Denisovan, Homo sapien. We have two ghost ancestors, a Y population and a ghost archaic population. My people are older than the African.
I said it. Neanderthal. That explains your genes. And the dog hair, the monkey hair, the horse hair you carry on your head and body. That explains it. You're Neanderthal. As for the Denisovan, they are a lineage, they are a branch out of Neanderthal from Eurasia a few 100,000 years ago. Thank you for letting us know, you Siberian monkey. All of you Siberian huskies, this is how you got here. You see when you got here and how you got here through the Bering Strait? I mean, that explains your ABCC11 gene, right? The body odor gene. You remember where you picked that up? Yes, the body odor gene. Those ghost ancestors come from Africa. They come from Africa. Is this a confession? Are you trying to do a confession? Like,
that's why they call us First Nations. Everybody has Homo sapien DNA thanks to the...
Before 1970, First Nation did not exist. They called you American Indian. But some of your tribe said, you know what? We're not from India. Just like they call you Siberians. So you guys said, you know what? We want another name. So they called you First Nation to say you are the first in the nation of America. That's it. That is it. It had nothing to do with your smelly genes, nothing to do with your Siberian genes, nothing. It was just that some of you did not like the term Indian and Siberian. So they gave you a loophole to feel a bit better. It's a coping mechanism.
Native Americans would be the grandfathers of everybody. They call us indigenous because we're children of the earth. We left.
Family, salute to our sister Lemonade in the building. Much love to you. Family, like I said, our ABK is so strong. The energy is so strong. Us holding people accountable so strong that you got people backtracking and say, you know what? You know what, niggas? I'm going to leave you guys alone. Let me talk to the Siberian. Let me show you that I got your back now. The FBA are correct. FBAs are correct. They have been correct the whole time. That's all from the FBK. Excuse me, the ABK from FBA. Now, we all know that Siberian, he's just an open liar. He's a habitual liar. But there was a reason why this man chose to go at that man. It's because that man is very big Basically, he's the number one people that we've been shutting down when it comes to the Native American situation. So he knew exactly who to pull up to try to make it look like, oh, look, guys, I'm going after him too. So, family, this is the reason why it's important to keep our foots on their necks. This is the reason why it's important to make sure all of them go by the wayside of Carolyn Wanger, excuse me. We got to make sure everybody get in that FBA energy so that they can all catch that ABK and they can be about and be sent upon their way. I want to show you this clip real quick before we get up out of here, family. I want you to be on the lookout for I guess that video wasn't meant for me to play. Okay, well, I was going to show you one more thing, family, but I guess the Most High said, nah, that video don't need to be talked about at this point in time, so we're going to leave it at that. So, family, don't feel no type of way about serving these people up with that ABK. Be proud, be happy. Yes, we're getting people fired on their day off. We're getting people fired on their day off. We're making sure people ain't getting jobs. Because I guarantee you, don't nobody want to have to just spend millions upon millions of dollars to lose it. Don't nobody want to spend millions upon millions of dollars to lose it. But with that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. Family, it is a great day to be FBA. We're seeing it in real time. Person after person after person after person getting hit with that ancestral karma. That ancestral karma is hitting people consistently and expeditiously. And I, for one, I'm glad to see it happening. I'm glad that we're deciding right here and right now that you're either going to get right or you're going to get out. Only two choices you got. You're going to either get right or get out. That's it. That's all. And like I said, I'm not surprised by any of it. It was only a matter of time. Before we get up out of here, family, I know I done pissed a whole lot of people off, especially with the Shaka Khan situation. I done got a whole lot of blood pressures up with the Shaka Khan situation. So allow me, let me pull that down. Allow me to put a little joy in your heart before we get up out of here and bring down your blood pressure. Let's go.
Hey.
Salute to this young brother family. Salute to all of our little children out there getting it in. But this young brother right here, he was stopping with conviction. Every time he's doing a stop, he putting his arm, he's crossing his arms like, yeah, y'all loving this. Y'all see me out here. All right, family. I hope that made up for, my Shaka Khan scare there. I hope, you guys can forgive me. And I put this little cutie pie video up there, so you can't be mad at me for too long. All right. Much love to each and every one of you, family. Thank you all for being here. I want to thank my mods, my members, each and every one of you, all the people in the chat, all the people who aren't in the chat, people who are going to be in the replay game. Much love to you. Everybody who donated, whether by Super Chat, Cashapp, Venmo, whatever. Much love to you, family. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you once again for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Salute to my brother EJ in the building. I was just talking about you with the bamboo stick, brother. Like I was saying earlier, some people get hit with the bamboo stick and, they get themselves right. And other people's, it takes a couple more times of the bamboo stick over the head before they start to learn something, family. So shout out to you for bringing that bamboo stick always, my brother. But much love to each and every one of you, family. Apology accepted. Okay, cool. I'll try not to scare you like that again. That's hard to do with a person who looks like Cynthia Erivo, though. I can't lie. Anytime we talk about Cynthia Erivo, I'm going to have to apologize, But much love to each and every one of you, family. And with that being said, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. It doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever can't stand us black people, he doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing, us black people going to survive. Yeah. So fuck everybody. I'm off.